Today we're gonna look at similarities and differences between trailing stop and trailing stop limit orders. We'll quickly recap first what trailing order do, then see what exactly is different between trailing stop and trailing stop limit, and when and how you should use them or not use them. And as always, what are pros and cons of choosing one or the other. So let's start. Let's start first with recapping what trailing orders do. Basically, trailing orders, which follows from their name, do trail the market. If I choose a trailing order here, I have a parameter which is called trailing distance. That means that the trigger, order trigger, represented by this gray line here, will follow the market price at a trailing distance if it goes in your favor or in the direction that improves your order execution price. If it goes against you, then the trigger stays the same. So basically, if we're looking at a buy trailing order, the trigger will stay at above the market price at the chosen distance, which is now 1%, so it will stay at 1%. If the price moves down, so the trigger will move down with the price. If the price moves up, then the trigger stays the same. So basically, the idea is that if there is a downtrend, the trigger will follow the price as long as it goes down. If the trend reverses and the price starts going up, then the order will be triggered. And of course, the sell trailing order does exactly the opposite. So if you see the trailing distance is now below the market price, so basically it will be looking to sell at the highest possible price. So it will follow or trail the market price if it goes up. So in your favor, it will stay at the 1% behind it or below it, right? If the market price stops rising and starts falling and it hits the trigger, then the order will be triggered. Okay, so that's basically a recap of what trading orders do. If you need more details, watch another video, the first video in this playlist, which is called Trailing Stop Order Basics. I assume that you are now all familiar with it, and we recapped it a bit, so let's move on. So basically, there are two main types of trailing stop orders in theory and in good crypto trading terminal as well. So one is a trailing stop order, right? So we here it is represented by trailing stop sell because we're on a sell tab, so it's trailing stop, or there is also a trailing stop limit, right? So basically, these are the two main order types for trailing stop for trailing orders. There are another two which will be looked at the separate video. Don't bother with them right now. They're very specific. They cover very specific use cases, and basically, most of the time you want to use those ones, right? Or at least you first have to understand how those orders work before you move on to thinking of using these ones. Okay, so trailing stop sell or trailing stop limit sell. As I said, they're very much similar in that they're both trailing stop orders. So they will both work as I just described. They will trail the market price at a set trailing distance if the market price goes in your direction, in your favor, and keep the trigger in place if the market price goes in the other direction. So the only difference between them is what happens when their trailing order is triggered. So trailing stop order or basic trailing order will send a market order. So if the price is a sell order, if the price falls and hits the trigger, a market sell order will be sent if you've chosen a trailing stop order, right? So trailing stop order here, it basically sells at market. You can see here in the description. Here it sells at market. And also here we have a nice textual order description. You can see that when BTC price falls by 1% from its high reached after I place this order, sell BTC at market, right? So at market. So that's pretty much what trailing stop order does. The trailing stop limit order, that's pretty much the same, except when the order triggers, right? It says it sends a limit sell order. So if it's trailing sell order, it says a limit sell order. If it's a trailing limit buy order, then basically it says, so it sends a limit buy order. Again, you can see here, so basically that it sends limit buy. Right, so basically it's self-explanatory. Of course, right, so basically they do follow or trail the market in the same way, both those orders, both trailing stop or trailing stop market, it could be called, and trailing stop limit does the same. It's just when they're triggered, one sends market order and the other sends limit order. Basically, what it does or where it leads you. So basically, if you send the market order, you understand that you guarantee yourself order execution. So the order will be executed, right away. However, you do not guarantee the price of the execution because, of course, price moves. There is a small lag between the order trigger and the moment that your market order will hit the order book. It will be fractions of a seconds, but still the market is volatile. The price could move further against you or further in your favor. You don't know that. All you know is that you send the market order, you guaranteed, basically virtually guaranteed, that the order will be executed. While trailing limit order, if you send a limit order here, of course it will place a limit order at this price in the order book, and then the order might execute or it might not execute. If it executes, you are guaranteed that it will be executed at your chosen limit price or better, but there is no guarantee that it will execute. The price can move against you, and the limit order can stay open basically virtually forever in the order book. So basically, the basic trade-off between trailing stop order, trailing stop limit order is the certainty of execution without certainty of price, in case of trailing stop order that sends a market order, versus certainty of execution price in case of trailing stop limit order, but with no guarantee of execution. So basically, you have to decide for yourself. You want to have 100% guaranteed execution, but a risk of price improving or moving against you or improving. So you don't know. So there is upside and downside risk. It's a slight risk, but it's still there. Versus when you use stop limit order or trading stop limit order, you have the risk that the order will remain open. Basically, how do you should think of it when you wanna use one or the other? If you're trading a normal or not normal, let's say, if you're trading a liquid pair on the liquid exchange, for example, now we're looking at BTC USDT pair on Binance exchange with liquid order book. You see that if we even open the 15 seconds candles, you see that a lot is happening. So basically, right, it's liquid. So even 15 seconds candles, they look pretty much okay. Let me move the trailing distance closer so that it will allow us to see a better scale. Right, so that would happen. So this pair is liquid, and here, if you hit a market order, you are virtually guaranteed that you will basically your order will execute very close to the last observed market price, unless you're trading in a period of high volatility, where something that happens in crypto once every couple of months. That's when you don't want to generally trade with market orders. However, if you're not trading liquid pair on liquid exchange, but rather trading, say, less liquid pair, say on this exchange, for example, I don't know, some kind of BTC pair, right? Immediately see those 15 seconds candles run out trade. Oh, okay, let's see if 1 minute candles, even 1 minute candles show you that there might not be trades for, I don't know, tens of minutes, 20 minutes. And you can see that their slippage could be, their one trade could basically eat a lot of order book. So let's see, the order book is pretty much stale. There is a huge spread of 1.5%. So that's a pair that you don't want to trade with the market orders, right? So here you would rather, or you better choose trailing stop limit. Of course, remember that there is a risk of that order not executing. However, that if you decide for this reason or another to trade this pair with the trailing stop, for example, I don't know, you want to catch a huge trend. Let's look, I don't know, whatever, 1 day candles. You want to ride, for example, uh, this thing down. You were here. You wanted to catch this trend, and the trailing orders basically are very good at doing that. Then you are better off probably sending a trailing stop limit order. Okay. Okay. So again, recapping, trailing stop orders, they trail the market price and send the market buy or sell order when they are triggered, and trailing stop limit orders trail the market price exactly the same way as normal trailing stops, but at the end, when they're triggered, that send in a limit sell or buy order. And there is another thing with the limit trailing stop limit. You can choose the post only option that will ensure that the order is only placed in the order book, so it's not executed actively against existing orders in the order book. However, so that thing is good to basically pay less. Some exchanges they have basically lower maker fees or even maker rebates. You can collect them. However, of course, if you choose this option with post only, as you will be sending limit order very close to market price or the last observed market price, there is a high chance that this order won't execute. So even if you've chosen trailing stop limit, I wouldn't advise you to choose this post only option unless you're like adamant, you're absolutely sure that you know what you're doing. Okay, and let's just see a quick example. So option one, you choose trailing stop limit. You want a certainty of execution. You send a buy BTC order with a small trailing distance of 0.01%. Let's see what happens here. Okay, yeah, we need to set order size. So now we've just sent a trailing order on Binance. Let's see what happens here. So this is their minimum price, their observed minimum price after the order was placed. It will update itself. Yep, it moved here with the next candle. So you can see now that the price moves down and the order trails the market price down. And once the order stops moving down, it moves up, the trigger stays in place. And if the market price hits the trigger, a market buy order will be placed. Okay, disregard this info here. That's our service info, which is visible only to developers. Okay, let's see. While we wait, we might even want to send a repeat order, but should change it to trailing stop limit, right? So it's the same order pretty much with the same trailing distance, just trailing limit. Okay, let's see. That's where our first order opened, and the second one, you can see trailings are good, they're improving probably. So that's where I sent my first order. It's going down, down, down. Okay, let's go to our first order, which was, okay, here's a little shortcut. Okay, orders, open. Let's look at their trailing order, which was sent first here. What's going on here? It's improving nicely. Let's see where we opened our second order. So it's still improving. So this is actually a good illustration of what those trailing stop orders can do. As you can see now, we already improved. So when we were sending this order, the initial market price when it was there was 23,137. So basically we could have bought at this price, but already, even if trigger does not improve more from here and the triggers here, then there still will get a better price of execution price than the initial one. At least we hope that the price will be closer to this one, right? So when the market order hits, okay, another improvement. Okay, we're lower now. So if the price now goes up and hits the trigger, there will be a market order sent here, and we just hope that it will be close to this price, right? So basically, your risk is that as you know, the price will keep moving up. Let's see, maybe now it triggers, so it will be caught on the move up. So there is a chance that basically that you will get a slightly worse price than 23,109, right? So maybe it will execute not at the moment will be here, it will execute not exactly here, maybe a bit above it. So that's the risk with trailing stop. Order which sends market at the end, right? But however, our trailing stop limit, which is here, once it triggers, it will send here, place here a stop limit order, which again might not execute at the same this time, because of course, as you can see that for this order to trigger, there should be a move up, right? So there will be a move up, and there is a high chance that the market price will shoot above this and stay here. You will send a limit by here. So for it to execute, you actually need the price to come down a bit. So if it does come down, then you'll execute here and you will get exactly this price, right? Or maybe even better if it moves lower. But there is a chance that you'll be caught, the price will go higher, will never come back, and you'll be caught with open limit order. Okay, let's see here. So basically, that was the trigger price, 2309.1, and that was the actual execution price, 2309.4. So that here is the slippage that basically that you had. So that's the slippage here is really small. The difference between 0.1 and 0.3, 30 cents basically is the difference. It's a rather small difference, as I said. This is a rather liquid pair, trailing stop orders with market orders at the end are a good tool here. But let's see what happens with our limit order. I don't know if it triggered. No, it didn't trigger yet. Okay. Okay, here it happened exactly what I just told you. So basically, the order triggered here. Actually, there was a absolutely same trigger price, 23,109.1. However, the limit order opened here, the price shoot up, and the limit order stays open. Okay, maybe now price comes down. Actually, it will hit the limit, and you will get the price that you wanted. However, yep, it did fill. Okay, it did fill. So I can say we were lucky. The price went back down and the order executed. However, here is a good illustration that's the initial improvement that we got. The trigger followed the market price. It triggered here, and the limit order was sent. However, it did not execute immediately. It took some time for it to execute. And that's a risk that I'm talking about. So again, choosing between trailing stop market order and trailing stop limit order is choosing, or is the choice between certainty of execution, but without certainty of execution price. That's for trailing stop market orders, versus certainty of execution price in case of trailing stop limit without certainty of execution. And again, you generally want to trade your liquid pairs with trailing stop market orders, whilst for illiquid pairs, if you need to use trailing order there, you would rather, you might consider using trailing stop limits. Okay, I hope that is clear enough. There will be another video on trailing stop orders soon, where we will look at the additional options which we have for trailing stop orders in Good Crypto. Some of them are common, some of them are unique to us. So we'll be talking, the next video, we'll be talking about the trailing start option, about the improve only option, and the cases where trailing start is used together with improve only option. Okay, thank you for your attention. I hope this video was helpful.